The Weeylite Ninja 400 is a COB LED light. It is rated at 150 watts and it's bicolor from 2500K all the way up to 8500K. I wanted to show you the case it comes with. It's a nice sturdy case with the nylon on the outside, and then it has a strap that can come with it that you can carry it with on your shoulder. Then we'll unzip it here to show that it's compartmentalized. So it's got the light, a section for the power supply and the Scott cord, and then a section for the controller and the controller cable. And then on the lid is a nice little pocket here, and that's just where I've been keeping the remote control. Now that I've unboxed the unit, I'm going to show you the unit itself and the accessories it comes with. Okay, out of the box is the power supply. And I'll tell you why I have this on around here in a second. And then this is the power cord. The power cord's about 12 feet. 12 feet power cord, pretty reasonable, I suppose. All right, that's that. The next thing to come into the box is the controller. It allows you to control the dimming and the bicolor of the unit. And it does come along with also a 12-foot control cable. And I'll show all that plugged in. The one bummer thing about this is that the power supply has a permanent connection here. And this permanent connection is what plugs into the top of the controller. Okay. The unit comes with a Scott cord. It's a 12-foot Scott cord. I plugged the power supply into the controller, and now I'm going to plug the controller cable into the controller. Like so. The controller cable will go into the back of the light. And it goes into the back of the light as so. The yoke on this unit is really nice. It's got a two-way mounting system, so you can mount it from the top like this, or you can mount it from the side like this. Now that we have the unit mounted, we'll talk to you about the stiffness of this yoke. It's not going anywhere, and it can handle a lot of weight on the front of it. And when you are wanting to secure it, you just pull this latch down. I'll show a close-up of those teeth. Let's talk about the light itself. It's made of high quality aluminum. It's got a nice handle on the back here to be able to move it up and down. Now remember I told you that the yoke is really, really stiff, but that's great because it allows you to put very heavy light modifiers in the front, and this is a Boeing's mounting system. The other side of it is that remember it's got the two-way of being able to mount it. It does have a internal fan inside of it. It's been running for about 5 minutes. I'm on about 10 minutes now, and I'm going to let you listen to see how loud the fan is. I'm going to turn the unit on, and bam! That's probably too bright on you, isn't it? Yep. On this control unit, the display displays the power percentage of the unit as well as the temperature of the light. So right now it's about 80% at 6500. So on the unit you have an on-off button, so that's off, and then on. And then you can use this button here to change between dialing in the brightness or the temperature of the light. So, and it's indicated by the blinking here, so we could turn this back up here and put this back on maybe some kind of like somewhat similar daylight at 20%, and then you set it, and then if you want to do the brightness, then you push the select button again, and then you can change your brightness. Now, that's the controller that comes with it. Pretty cool, huh? Yep. And so if we wanted to turn it off, then boom, just that light, or you turn it back on, just like that. That's kind of cool. And then I can change the power of it by pushing these buttons. Change the temperature of it by pushing these buttons. Also want to mention that they have an app for this light. It allows you to control both the brightness and control the temperature of the light. It was a breeze to install and set up and get working almost immediately. One of the major problems I have with this unit is this power supply and the cable to the controller is really short. So you can't if you want to have it mounted to your stand, this controller has to be really low, or if you want it to elevate it up so you can control it and not have to bend over every time when you're trying to control the light, then you have to strap this on to the stand higher. It's a kind of a bummer this is so short, but the controller cable from the controller to the light is really long. It's like 12 feet, so go figure. So that's one thing that bugs me about it. Another thing that kind of bothers me about this light is when you go to change the temperature, you can definitely see some steps as the light changes abruptly to its color. So that's 2500, and I'm going slowly up to 55, 60, and then 8500, and that's at 10%. Another thing about this light, there's no gradual on and off from 0% to 1%. That's 0 and that's 1. The other thing I would like to see in Weeylite's lineup is a 300 watt rated light. Just to have that extra light in the daytime or whatever. This would no problems inside in the studio environment. That's not a problem at all, but you know, a little brighter, twice as bright would be pretty cool. This is my first COB LED light, and so overall I would give it a pretty high rating. It's gotten through a couple of gigs already with me. It's really bright. It does all the same things as I ran it for like 10 hours one day just to burn it in and make sure that it didn't change as far as its color or its output or anything, and it worked perfectly. The fan never really got too terribly noisy, so you can't hear that in the audio at all. And you know, and then the Bowings mount. And the one thing that I got immediately when I bought this device was to get a light modifier that fits in the front of this. I probably can't fit it here because oh, hang on, let me do this. Boop. And so now I have a light modifier on here, and it gets me to boop. And so now I have a nice soft light. And the other side of this thing is it's really, really light, and you can put it on a stand without too much worry. And let's see, ooh, that's 100%. No wonder that's so bright. My goodness gracious. There we go. Let's turn this sucker down. We're gonna get our remote. Boom, and bam, 20%. Bam. The remote works good. And so otherwise, I would give this a great rating. I mean, I would say, you know, buy another one. I would probably buy another one but I need some panels instead, so I'm gonna buy some panels. Good job. Right now what I'm using is a video light that is a fluorescent light behind a big modifier, but I do want to change this up and put this Weeylite on me, and so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of light it sheds on you with my newer modifier that I got. This is what the Weeylite Ninja 400 looks like with a 90 centimeter newer light modifier installed on it. I did want to mention that this light has a magenta shift to it, and I really don't think that the CRI is as quality and as high as they're advertising. Well, this concludes my review of the Weeylite Ninja 400. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more product reviews.